Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cocktail, where we are a little bit late, but we are also all on time, meaning that we were all here. We were just talking backstage shenanigans before we went live. Important backstage shenanigans.
They were totally important.
Yeah, super important.
Weebo wasn't just doing her hair and makeup and shit. No, it was really important.
It was mega super important.
Mega super.
Okay, if I am
Angelic Pippi Longstocking.
Yes, I'm Angelic Pippi Longstocking. Hi, I'm your host, Angelic Pippi Longstocking, and this is my co-host. Polly, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Polydub. I do things that a small amount of people think are interesting online.
Very small. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, tell me about it. Have you been to my channel? It's just...
I have actually. I've been on your channel. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not my fault you feel like losing subs by going on low-ranking channels.
That's how you find out who your true subs are.
You figure? They'll follow you to unpopular places?
They'll follow you anywhere. But, like, within reason.
Did you tweet out the tweet that you're doing the thing up on the tubes?
What thing on the tubes? You mean that we're streaming right now?
That's right, Weebo.
That we're live. No, I haven't. Yeah. I haven't done that. I should probably do that. You know, I am absolutely horrible with marketing myself. Never really quite
promotion.
I don't know how to promote myself. Oh, look.
Tell me about it. No, that's a statement of solidarity and sympathy, not judgment, because I have no clue either. All I got is you can send it out on Twitter, and that's where kind of.
Well, it's not just like promoting yourself in terms of, hey, let's share the stream, but it is also that. It's the fact that I just don't think about what steps that I can take to improve my standing in terms of promotional shenanigans. It's not the first thing on my brain, you know? Like,
I hear you.
I have 8 million other things to worry about. The least of my concerns, and it's always been the least of my concerns with the channel, is how do I get bigger, essentially? Mostly it's just, how do I put out content? What should I do this week that isn't just super done already? That isn't done to death already? That is kind of original. Done. That's a little bit funny. That's kind of on par with my shtick. And that's the biggest struggle that I have. That's the biggest struggle. It's actually funny. I had a whole idea planned out. I had a collab set up with Eve this weekend, and we were going to record shit, and I was going to edit it, and
I remember that.
The actual recording of the thing, we're 2 hours in, and we still haven't actually found the thing that we're looking for. So we wasted about 2 hours reading through web romance novels to get to the smut, essentially, to make fun of it, and we get paywall blocked. And we keep getting paywall blocked for all of these different stories that I'd found. And I was like, this was such a good idea for a video, except it's pay to jack off, basically.
God, are all of these people live? Like, actually live right now? Fuck. Everyone's horning in on a time that we selected months ago, Weebo.
You're right. A time that we selected, but then that we wavered on, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, Ed, whose fault is that?
It's entirely my fault. I will fully accept this, but we just have to, you know what we have to do, Polly? We have to entertain the masses better than everyone else. It's fine. We can do it.
Well, let me tell you something, Angelic Pippi Longstocking. We're up against Jack Gunsky currently, and Sinatra's streaming over on his Sinatra second channel. Talking about Amber Lynn Reid, I'm willing to bet. I'll put $10 on. He's talking about Amber Lynn Reid. A gun channel I sub to is currently live. Another channel in a wildly different sphere is currently live. New Bliss, a different ambient background channel I sub to is currently live. I mean, holy shit.
It's totally fine. It's not a big deal.
No,
I'm not worried about it. The people that matter are here right now.
True. You matter, chat. You
matter, chat.
Yeah.
Hashtag you matter, chat. And now my gummy just fell off of my headphones, so now I've been crippled. I'm a crippled YouTuber right now. So I had an idea for the show. Like, I actually came prepared with a topic that I would like to discuss with you, and it's kind of up your alley, Polly.
Oh no.
Well, because it involves judging images. It involves.
I don't know how to take that.
I meant, like, because usually you're the one to bring judging like images of shenanigans to the table.
You do matter, Alpha Omega. You matter.
But you know what? I didn't prepare a damn thing. I just came up with a topic, and I was like, I bet there's a thing here. And I don't think there is, but that's fine. We can just go into the images section. Right?
I just brought up chat right now and saw that okay, there we go. Because one of the things that Weebo was saying that I was stilted, when in reality it's her that's stultifying right now for me. I don't know if she is for you, chat. I think it's her hyperly defined 4K ultra camera that's doing it, if I were to guess. But
I like my camera. I had a hell of a time like configuring it for today, and then I'm gonna have to reconfigure it for some other shenanigans I got going on in the works project wise. It's just been a weekend of like setbacks for me in terms of online content, which is fine because that means
Scribe gets it. Hello, Scribe, by the way. The cap blended with the chair. I thought she was cosplaying as a nun. That's what I'm saying. That's where the angelic Pippi Longstocking line comes from. Because when she put it together, there's kind of this thing working with her. I hear you.
I'll take it. Angelic Pippi Longstocking. Yeah, I'm down. I can work with that, I guess. It's better than the other nicknames that I've gotten saddled with as of recent. I don't know if you're in Eve's server.
I am,
but she posted a picture.
We talked there 2 days ago. What do you mean? I don't know if you're in.
No. Okay, server. So let me rephrase. I don't know if you pay attention to Eve's server enough that you would have seen Eve at me in the chat with with a picture of Conan Exiles where my base is and like a plaque on the wall that says Lesbian Jones. It's another one of the nicknames. I think it was Abaddon that gave it to me. Before we continue on, thank you to Bill Stevens for a donation. I don't matter. All right, back to homework. No, you do matter because you are here. That was the point that we were making. Anyone who's in chat matters. Anyone who's not in chat doesn't.
Hey.
You're here?
Not in chat.
I love you anyway, okay?
Fair enough.
You know what they say about girls who drink from stemless glasses, don't you?
I'm prone to accidents. Is that what they say?
Yes, they say they lack dexterity.
If you knew how often I stub my toe, fall up and down stairs, up and down, mind you, trip over everything.
No, but you should see the grace that she falls downstairs with. It's like a gazelle leaping across hills. It's just
okay. Yeah. I don't think anyone believes that. A gazelle. No, yeah, if I didn't have the stemless wine glass, it would go every fucking where. And I don't think you want that.
Wow. I'm fine with it either way. I mean, you spilling shit on your keyboard, freaking out would be great online content. So I'm
you see,
for it.
The keyboard is on a lower level than the actual wine is on because I have the fancy desk set up with like the drawer that pulls out with the keyboard and the mouse on it. So the most it would do is it would damage my lovely new computer pad or desk pad thing that I showed you that I bought. Speaking of which, would you like to see it?
Yeah. No, I already saw this. Remember? I was there.
The chat, though, they can see.
Oh, the chat. Well, you said you, and you didn't specify it was the global you.
Would you, chat, like to see it? It's huge, so you're not going to see all of it. My work laptop's on top of it, so. But
Marson Johnson asked, "What is a stemless wine glass? Isn't that just a cup?" Yes,
here,
yes, it is just a cup. You're right.
it's so pretty.
Oh, it already arrived. I thought you were going to be showing them the screen.
Oh, that is atrocious. All right, we're
Yeah,
going to go back
you need to adjust your
4K.
filters. Look at that. Yeah, she's not a blue tinted weirdo. It's she actually has skin tone. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, this thing, I don't even know what the fuck this is. What filter is this? Ugh, that's no filter. That's what the old camera was.
Oof.
Disgusting.
Talk about blending with your chair. It looks like somebody painted a face on your chair fur.
Apparently. We're just gonna make that the perfect filter for this. Not to worry. I'm so happy with this purchase, though. Honestly, truly, I will never have to adjust the settings again.
It is a very nice camera. All jokes aside, it's very nice.
You can see all my blemishes. Look at that.
That's it. Yeah, point out the things nobody saw until you actually put a finger to them.
Someone's gonna do them in chat.
No one was going to do it in chat. Jesus Christ.
Polly. There's always that one asshole in chat or in the comment section that always has to point out my every individual flaw. And it's fine. I have the self-esteem to handle it. But I'm just getting it out of the way. So that we can get on the more important stuff. Like
chat ass in chat. Is that an actual photograph or is that a graphic design, your desktop situation?
That is a desktop design. Because I got it off of Amazon, so I have no idea where that image came from, but I could probably back search it on the Google Sphere if I really, really wanted to know where it came from.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
Yes, I do.
God, I don't get shit that quick because I ain't on the super turbo Amazon.
Well, I need to get shit real quick because I got shit to do now, and I have patience problems. Ask our boyfriend. No, he knows. Right, babe? He's not listening to me.
Brad Young asked, "Can I be that asshole in chat?" My friend, you're already there.
Yeah. So
yeah, what was the subject before I delay us again?
Okay, all right. So Kamala Harris's stepdaughter?
No, I've never met her. I wasn't aware Kamala Harris has no children because she's like a evil spawn and nature wouldn't let her reproduce, I'm gathering. But
well, okay. All right.
You mean so it's her husband's daughter from her previous marriage? Is that what's going on? Her current
correct.
Husband?
Yes.
Okay.
And she is taking the world by storm, Polly. Truly a fashion icon. So she's been signed since the inauguration with IMG Models. Because
this is not anything that's surprising me, though, depressing me. Okay.
So IMG Models chief says design student exudes joy and will join poet Amanda Gorman at agency. The Vice President Kamala Harris's stepdaughter Ella Emhoff has signed with IMG Models, home of Gigi and Bella Hadid. I don't know who any of these people are, mind you. After her appearance at the presidential inauguration, Emhoff's two looks, a jewel-encrusted Miu Miu coat and a merlot-colored but Shiva dress, went viral during the televised...
Weebo. Merlot?
Did I say it wrong? Merlot? Okay, I'm sorry. Merlot colored.
I mean, I don't expect you to get all the Frenchy words right, but it's wine, for God's sake. You're sitting there drinking wine like an aspiring wine mom over there.
Yeah, this is a Riesling, not a Merlot. I don't touch Merlot unless it's with steak, and that steak had better be, because Merlot is just gonna palate cleanse in between each bite and give me that fresh flavor experience that I want. Because that's all that Merlot is to me. It's let me sour the taste afterward.
I love how you just described a wine the way that old ads described menthol cigarettes. Like that fresh taste. The blast of Arctic wind standing on the top of a mountain. You're in Flavor Town with Marlboro menthol.
Merlot isn't the fresh taste. It is the palate cleanser. So, like, okay, so imagine you have a really juicy, really nicely flavored steak. You take a bite and you're like, oh, I wish it could experience this flavor all brand new once again. You take a sip of Merlot and you have like the instant regret of, oh, this is like sour and nasty and blech. And then you take another bite of steak and you're like, oh, once again, I am enthused by this taste of the steak and whatever. And then you take another sip of the Merlot. And basically the Merlot acts as, let's get that beautiful taste out of your mouth so that you can experience it all over again. It's like, let's forget this thing and then experience it once more. That's Merlot. That's why I would drink Merlot. Not because I enjoy it, because I need a buffer. So Merlot equals 0, says Mercy
I'm
Johnson.
surprised you drink Riesling, but okay, that's fine.
Why? It's sweet, and I'm
not a fan of semi-sweet wines nor sweet wines. They're just like, whoo, which is weird because I'll sit there and drink a Pepsi and enjoy it, and they're sweet as fuck, right? But I don't know. When it comes to wine, I want it dry, man. I want it dry and tart and deadpan.
It depends on the wine. Depends on what I'm eating it with. But to be quite honest, the really dry wines, the really, really bitter ones, I'm only gonna drink them very, very sparsely. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. Oh, why do these bitches want me to choose a starter?
Scribes like Polly wants it dry. I'm not certain you took that in quite the way that I meant, but I'm gonna go with it. It's
Streamlabs is asking me to connect my PayPal. I thought we were already connected.
And Zombie Teddy brings up mulled wine. Now, you know what? I'm willing to make an exception. That's a good point to raise. Mulled wine being spiced and Christmassy and seasonal and so forth. I'm willing to deal with it being a little bit sweeter. It works there.
I don't want to join Prime. Fuck off. Sorry. Streamlabs is being silly. I like a mulled wine, actually. I have tasted it before. That's another idea I wanted to run by you, but we'll talk about it in a sec.
I believe we were talking about Kamala Harris's stepdaughter getting a whole bunch of unearned notoriety because they're aware that the ridiculous media is going to endlessly promote the new administration at all costs, tripping over themselves to promote them positively, almost in a complete 180 degrees as they've been acting for the previous 4 years because they're a ridiculous news and entertainment conglomerate of foolishness. So by all means, let's check out the reflected glory.
Nail meathead. So Merlot colored Bathsheba dress went viral during the televised ceremony. So basically she's like a fashion icon. So she said it's intimidating and scary to go into this world that is hyper-focused on you and your body. Emma, who already models for a smaller agency, says, I was pretty surprised when everything with IMG was happening because when I was younger, I never saw that as a big part of my timeline. She says she describes herself as having really weird tattoos and kind of a funky haircut. Joins the inauguration poet Amanda Gorman at the agency. Ivan Bart, president of IMG Models, says, Ella communicates this moment in time. There's a cheekiness and joy she exudes. He says when he saw her at the inauguration, he thought, wow, she's communicating fashion. We're going to get to that in a minute. That's the part that I really wanted to just kind of hammer home when we were enjoying this story. But we need background first in order to understand why we should care about this lady and her fashion. So continuing on, Emma, who had been nicknamed the first daughter of Bushwick, is studying fine arts and textiles at New York's Parsons School of Design and plans to be a fashion designer. And boy, howdy, does she plan to be a fashion designer, on par with the likes of, potato sacks and weird man dresses that we've seen in fashion as of late.
Boy,
you know
howdy.
What I'm talking about. Boy, howdy. I think the goal is definitely to have my own knitwear brand label, whatever you call it. She told Vice in November. Emhoff sells her designs from her website, although she's currently not taking any commissions. She said she wanted to create an online space where she could have a bunch of different pieces that I'm constantly creating and doing my commission-based work and having that all be in a shop. I'd like to try and stay a one-woman show, but I think as stuff has started ramping up, With my knitwear, it's been harder. I'm only one woman. I can only make so many commissions while I'm also trying to just enjoy life. And you know what?
Oh my
I get that.
God, I'm so popular. I can't take your commissions. Everybody wants a piece of me because I'm suddenly famous, and it's totally because of my talent, not a random news entertainment industry that has decided to promote anything that's even tangentially related to this group that they're trying to promote.
Oh, for those of you who are unaware, knitwear is basically just like anything that's been knitted together. So like typically sweaters, but it can mean anything. Like I once heard of a story of I heard a story about a woman who wanted to knit her own wedding dress. And now that I reminded myself that that exists, I want to look it up to see if it's an actual thing. Oh wow.
In the meantime, really quick while you're looking there, Alpha Omega asks, why is Merlot pronounced Merlot and actress Bridget Bardot is pronounced Bardot, but then it's Gal Gadot? I asked that very same question to an Israeli friend of mine because I had heard people say Gal Gadot and Gal Gadot. And I said, are we taking Gadot to be Godot when in reality the Hebrew name Gadot is actually Gadot? He said, yeah, you pronounce the T. So he goes, it's not technically Hebrew, it's blah, blah, blah. He went into this explanation, but he goes, in short, it is Gadot. And I'm like, oh, because Israeli. He's like, yes, because Israeli. And so there's the answer.
Nope. Apparently it wants me to take me to a store. Okay, so it's not unheard of to have like knit wedding dresses, even though that wouldn't be the first style of fabric that I would think that you would want to use for your wedding dress. I don't know. It looks
Frumpy?
tacky. Frumpy, tacky. It looks.
It looks like, when I say frumpy, like it looks like somebody on Little House on the Prairie is getting married. Like, very,
Yes.
very
Low key.
Low key, yeah. Like I'm not trying to be insulting. It just doesn't look like a princess wedding. It looks like, I mean, she's wearing her wedding gown, but it's very, country down low, not overstated.
Exactly,
so.
it's not overstated, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if we didn't have that, if we have the train here makes me because you're taking a silky fabric and you're pairing it with a not silky wool fabric, and one, the whites don't match at all, which, if you're one of those people that are like super into color matching, like this black has to match this black, or this white has to match with this white. If you're going to wear the same or close to the same color, make sure they are damn the same color, right? You can't just wear two different types of jean fabric that's two different colors at the same time. It looks nasty. But this, I can't get behind the shimmery silk fabric and the knitwear here. If it was just from here up, it would look fine. It would look fantastic. I wouldn't mind at all. But we're including this. So this is just no.
This is just no.
The texture difference, but also the color difference, the sheen difference. If you notice, wool absorbs color a little bit more than the reflecting of the satin over here, or not satin. Yeah, satin. It irks me a great deal. Let's see if we can find a better one.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, hello. Does this count as knit? Go away. I don't know. No. This is cute, though. Secretly shopping. It's a nice sweater. Okay, so that brings us to the actual topic that we're discussing, and that is Ella Emhoff's fashion decisions and style and everything. For instance, here she is with her knit bikini hat, matching hat, and non-matching pants, amongst a few other choice things. Is that a purse? Is that supposed to be a handbag? Do you know?
I'm going to go with yes. And You're a model, huh? And the best way you can think to model the fact that the print on your bag matches the print on your bikini top and hat is to hold it aloft and be go, look, it matches. And I'm totally not some like burned out cigarette mom hanging out at the beach. Like, did you see that last picture of her? That's what I saw there. It's why are you taking pictures of me? Oh my God. Look at that.
That one?
Yeah. It's like, I'm at the beach and I think I'm fashionable. I bought this off wish.com.
Okay, so this is probably before she was signed on as a model. Yeah, because it was like 3 weeks ago, right? So around that time.
What is this, like Billie Eilish fashion with much more skin? Like, meaning just.
We can talk about that later too, because I have opinions.
It's what would you call it? Neo emo? I'm that.
No, I would call it. I don't give a fuck anymore. Fashion.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's just it's not earthy. It's not considered. It's just put together with a splash of some kind of vague organization that it could be considered a choice, rather than you got dressed in a dark room and weren't really aware of what you were putting on. Right?
Nebo emo. Thank you, Nostradamus the Great. That was great. Green eggs and ham. That's the vibe I'm getting from this person. Hat and top. Good night, love. Fuck you too.
Good night, love.
I already did that.
Smart.
Bye, sexy.
Later, sexy.
Polly also says later, sexy.
Ooh, I got a tongue waggle.
No.
I'm gonna eat his ass like a bowl of cereal.
Holy shit. That got weird fast, man.
Yeah, I don't know if you know what you signed on to, but he will out-weird you any day. Woo! Yeah, perfect timing, babe.
I try.
I'm not drunk enough for this.
Get on my level.
All right, next picture. Maybe not that one, but here's one. Thoughts, Polly?
Hold on, I need to embiggenate my screen. Jesus Christ, what is happening here? So apparently Kamala Harris has a 12-year-old nephew as well as a stepdaughter.
Apparently.
Holy fuck, what's up with them Adidas, man? What's up with everything here? This is, like I said, this is neo emo. It's like colorful Billie Eilish. Hey, I need hugs.
I need hugs.
Whew. Oh God, look at you.
Checkerboarding.
Look at you.
But ad nauseum.
Okay, so see this picture that you're showing right now? I've got an image that aesthetically relates to this picture. I'm going to put a pin in that, and I'm going to show you later, and you're going to see what I mean.
Okay.
All right. Like, look, what's lovely is that the background fits with this. The photography that they picked, like the camera angle, the way she's sitting on the edge of a pink chair with her spindly little legs spried, and this is just all the awful. Oh,
this woman got signed by a modeling agency. I mean, like, good for her, but also
I'm not taking commissions right now. Like, I realize everybody wants my stuff. Oh, those are great pants. Those are just I mean, all the pants.
I couldn't fit in those.
Would you want to?
No, but I'm just saying, like, where's the inclusiveness? What is it with this woman in color blocking? Just explain.
Who owns the modeling agency, Marcinass? I'll tell you who. Somebody realized, vague connection to something the media is going to be endlessly talking about lately. Every single time this person's name is mentioned, like, have you noticed how Joe Biden has become Joseph Biden Jr. or President Joseph Biden Jr. or 46th President of the United States, Joseph Biden Jr.? She will be named as, what's her name again?
Ella.
Okay. Ella Freakpot. Okay, it'll be
She actually looks
it'll be
normal in this
stepdaughter
picture.
or daughter-in-law of the first African-American vice president, Kamala Harris, comma, Ella Freakpot.
Why is it?
It'll always have that adjective in front of it. What is she holding?
That's called a bok choy. But like this is the
bok choy.
most. Yeah, this is like one of the more normal pictures of her that we've stumbled across thus far. What does that say? The one where she's holding up a bok choy is the one where she's normal looking.
Zombie Teddy. She looks Jewish. Well, that's convenient because she is. Jesus, Zombie Teddy. Kamala Harris's husband is Jewish.
Is this a dress or? Hand knit rib dress. Welcome to me trying to make knitwear in my fine arts major. Do you know? Well, this is probably like. This is probably. I don't want to say a phase, but it's like a part of her curriculum that she's probably obligated to because she's a design major at whatever fucking school.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That to do a series of fashion photographs, etc., kind of thing, that a portfolio of sorts they're required to do.
This is probably a requirement. I mean, yeah. I hope it is. I really, truly do. Because if this is her genuine style that she does, well, big oof. How about that? Is this underwear on the outside of the pants?
God, woman. Again, with the photography angles. Like, it's not that her legs are open. They look like they're like 60 feet long at this point.
Yeah, her legs look really long.
And what is it like? Again, like I'm getting a lot of neo hippie vibes because they're constantly like these big obtrusive black boots along with her skinny little legs and tights. I don't know what to name this, what style it is, but I've seen what is happening here? What is going on here?
I don't know.
That looks like a dude. It looks like a guy with really bushy hair that he
Hey, look, woman spreading says havoc. Them eyebrows though.
How old is she? Because she looks about 65 there.
She looks like, I don't know, she's in college, I know that. She got super curly hair. I mean, like, kudos to her for having her own style, but why are we hailing this? Why is this a fashion icon?
Jim Beam called it communist chic. I think it's the glasses, the round, oh man, this woman.
If these pants went all the way to the ground, I would wear them. But the fact that they just stop right above the knees kind of doesn't do it for me. Knit shorts. That's what these are.
Oh, look, she got the COVID mask.
The coof mask, yeah. Hat. Let's find that hat.
So it's a pussy bag hat,
I guess. She actually looks kind of normal here.
Chat's been saying she's 21. Okay. That looks like somebody who was 21 in the mid 1970s. Look at that photo. That looks
she's got 80s hair. I mean, if knitting is your passion, fam, you go right ahead, but that does not make one a fashion icon.
What is going on there?
It looks like something that I would do, honestly.
What is, you can't rob a bank without eye holes in your balaclava, lady.
It's a knit mask. Do you want one?
If I can't see where I'm going.
Oh, look, what are those bean bags? Or bucket bags.
Oh God, this is somebody's bad Etsy channel with bizarre amounts of promotion. It's terrible.
I've seen better Etsy stuff. And then, yeah, I think this is more of a portfolio because...
Look, she's a relatively pretty woman. What is she doing to her? Like, I mean, I'm not saying she's hot. I'm saying just she needn't look like goddamn ridiculous is my point.
She has a less shenanigans style. It just...
Is that her dressed up as a man or is that like her partner or whatever?
It's Cole. I don't know who Cole is, but it's not her.
He's got a neck tattoo. Now,
Oh.
there's a guy who looks like he should be doing the soy boy face, honestly. Where's your look?
Anyway, yeah, so she was normal at some point. She dressed normal at some point. I don't have a name for this yet, but it is metal wrapped in yarn draped with crochet chains. More chains to come. Oh, dear.
You don't even know what you're doing. You're just throwing knit shit together because you're in art and somebody told you got stuff. What? Okay, were those like clay masks for like facials, or was that attempted art?
I think it was just an attempt at art.
So she just painted her face blue. I thought she might be doing like a.
Issa made me read up on my art
math.
and leisure and stained me. It looks like it was just one of those weird friend art project things, which kudos, but Okay, so you mentioned what the fuck is her name? Billie Eilish? Billie Eilish.
Oh yeah, Billie Eilish. Yeah, apparently it's not said Eilish, and more evidence to the fact that I couldn't care less about this person.
Are you ready to embrace the fashion industry, Polly?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
Oh my god, the tips of my hair are green, and I wear green flares in my clothes.
The roots of her hair are green. The tips of her hair are black. Her mids and ends are black.
You want to see something funny? If you haven't seen it before, go watch Billie Eilish in concert, because she's got that whole forced whisper, raspy style of air quotes here singing that she does. Watching her perform anything live, the whole crowd of 12 and 13-year-old girls that comprise the majority of her actual audience are all yelling every single lyric to her songs, and they're louder than her because she's just, I'm the bad guy and I come up and I do things and I'll fuck your man and blah, blah, blah.
This doesn't look like a bitch that could fuck my man.
Well, that's what she says in her song. She's constantly talking about like creeping on your dad and shit like that.
Yeah, I know. This is a look, not my look, but it's a look.
Yeah, that's great. This wasn't put together by a Billie Eilish. Like, I mean, Billie Relish is a conglomeration of ideas. Wow, Relish is a good name considering she just looks like a splotch of mixed pureed things.
Billie Relish. She looks like a Chicago-style hot dog, honestly.
Yeah.
Like she was just dragged through the garden.
And hot dog is right, considering she's just like a mess of random ideas all pushed together into the same bulging tube. I mean, she doesn't really write her own songs, and like her music is like paid for by producers, and like her and both of her artsy musician beatnik parents are the big surprise that she's like she is, are like big part of her career, and like she's this giant promotional gag of about 30 or 40 people that all came together to create this product that is Billie. It's not like she's, oh my god, I'm totally dressing the way because I've got a unique fashion sense and girls want to be like me and look at me with my sunglasses and I'm so emo and I'm gonna fuck your dad. Like,
no, she's like if fashion designers got together and they're like, you know what, how can we both best promote our fashion sense? I know, how can we both best promote and get out our ideas to the people to make them mainstream? I know, how best can we crash test these ideas to the mainstream? I know, let's dress up this little doll girl and make her music that kind of goes along with whatever it is that she's trying to put out there, and just like, here, dangle her in front of the masses, see what happens.
You prefer Billie Holiday? Check your logic. Well, I hate they have the same name. Trunkle and I were talking about that off stream the other day. It turns out we're both really big fans of Billie Holiday. It's sad to put both of them in the same sentence, Billie Holiday and Billie Relish here, because Billie Holiday, she's had such unique musical stylings and such a unique voice and this tragic life story, and she did Blues from the Heart, and then you got this thing, and I don't even want to talk about it. It's just like, ugh. Officer Keg says, I prefer Billy Crystal. Billy Joel, Billy the Kid. Apparently any Billy is preferable.
But like, okay, look at Billy on her off day.
Oh my.
That's not as put together and manufactured, is it? Like,
No,
there's nothing wrong with this. This
she
is
stepped
a
out
normal.
to get a coffee, is what I'm seeing.
Exactly. She's a normal person, and she's not this. So you try telling me that this is who she is when this picture exists. No.
Now Weebo, with that said,
This is a facade.
have you been over to Wattpad and seen all of the 15-year-olds writing lesbian fantasy fanfic about Billie Eilish?
No, I haven't.
Yes.
You're telling me there's Billie Eilish fan fiction on Wattpad?
I'm telling you that there is a fuck ton of girls writing lesbian and bi fantasy fanfic about Billie Eilish. Girls love, like straight up love this girl. They want to they don't want to be like her. They want to be with her.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can't get over. Someone thought that this was a good idea. Someone thought that this was a good outfit.
You know, people have taken me badly when I've said things like this. It's like, but you know, whatever. I don't care. I won't back down from this position. You want to be all hardcore and you want to be like edgy and the world's like a bad place, or at least you're world weary at a relatively young age and so on. And you don't drink black coffee, nor do you smoke. Okay, well, fuck off. Seriously, you're missing an essential fucking part of the thing. It's like, no, I want to live healthy. What are you talking about? You're mentally damaging yourself constantly by the way that you talk and think and act, and you're willing to pop every pill in the fucking world and live this sleepless lifestyle where you're engaging in promiscuous sex all the time and all these things, but you won't smoke because that's just not cool. No, listen, you're missing a fucking part of it. If you just, no, you don't get it. And yeah, I know I'm a smoker, and so I'm kind of biased, but like, it's true. It's true. How are you going to be world weary and edgy and not smoke? What the fuck? And Zombie Tay's got it right. Quaaludes. Yeah. You know, you missed the train here late. And what is with the lime green? Doesn't that tell you how incredibly manufactured the whole fucking thing is? I've got sunglasses with green tint on them. Oh, my hair's got green tint either on the roots or on the tips. Oh, there's always a splash of green somewhere. It's very decided upon. It's so fucking deliberate.
None of these greens match, Polly.
That's your problem with that outfit? I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah. That's my main problem. All right. There are a few other things that I could judge, but right now, the main crux of my position rests upon the fact that none of these greens match.
And so you got like Jim Beam saying frumpy dumpy is the look these days, question mark. And it's like, oh, so she's got all these loose fitting clothes and this is coming in, and you got the Vesco, Gesco, Gresco girls, and they're all into their extra large t-shirts. Okay, why is it that men's clothes are getting tighter and tighter and women's clothes are getting more like free flowing and loose?
Because women are getting to the point where they can no longer fit in women's clothes anymore. So,
ouch.
No,
like,
I don't know. It's
like clothes that are cut to fit, but not tight. You know, like you've heard me whine.
Choke.
Yes, I mean, you've heard me whine and complain about the state of men's fashion, and especially in terms of suits. Like,
we can talk about that later too.
Skinny jeans, skinny pants, skinny suits. I can't stand that shit. Not 90s baggy. That's not what I'm talking about. A classic suit cut where you can actually sit down without having your testicles strangulated.
Strangulated. So, okay, I understand the idea of having baggy clothes, of not wearing things that are super tight fitting. But this is a little bit extreme. Like, in her own words, 800 sizes bigger. Why does she wear it like that? Let's find out. It says that Eilish said her clothes give her the opportunity to keep part of herself a mystery from the public. Ooh, if that's not contrived to the max, I don't know what is.
Yeah, her publicist didn't write that at all.
No.
Oh, it's over on BuzzFeed too?
Yeah,
the hub of all legitimate information?
it kind of gives nobody the opportunity to judge what your body looks like. She says, I want layers and layers and layers, and I want to be mysterious. You don't know what's underneath, and you don't know what's on top. I get it.
Shut up.
But it's a little bit extra.
It's a little bit full of shit. I mean, fuck off.
Her excuse for skipping gym day.
Oh, look at this. My glasses and one lens is missing, but the other one is there. You can only like partially know who I am. I never fully reveal. Oh, look at her with the highly original look of peering over the top of her glasses from every 1980s movie cover.
She could be a pretty girl, I think. Of
course she can.
Don't like anything about her style. I wouldn't wear it personally. All right, so you ready to judge men's fashion now? You ready to have that conversation?
No, I don't want to talk about men's fashion. No.
You sure?
Do you want to? Okay, here. We've just no.
Okay. No. He says.
I've been through enough pain with men's fashion. Why do I need to do it again?
No, you don't have to do it again. I will make you do it again, though, if you consent.
I will make you if you consent.
If you consent. Only if you consent. But okay, all right. So the baggy look. I don't have a problem with the baggy look. I myself have indulged in the baggy look from time to time because that's what I like to wear around the house. And sometimes it's a look. But she takes it to the max. It's far outside of the realm of comfortability for me.
Comfortability?
Yep, I made that word up.
That's fine.
There's going to be a whole dictionary of Weeboisms someday.
Okay. I found it. Okay, remember I was saying that you can so you look at that picture and I have a related picture, put a pin in it.
Ah, yes. Right. Let me pull up that picture.
Okay, yeah, there. That look on your face. Look at this. That is like if Kamala Harris's stepdaughter had designed a room, this would be it. Let's just enjoy this room for a second, shall we?
No, I want to criticize it. Where to fucking start? First off, you cannot simultaneously have a very natural kind of esque look about things at the same time that you are having exclusively color blocking. That's not how this works. All right? I'm sorry, but those leaves contrast from the color blocking. Choose a style and live with it. Second off, the walls, none of the colors on the wall, plant or color blocking, does match that furniture. All right? There is a nice peachy pink, but there is not a pale pink represented on the wall. Therefore, the color of the furniture is completely out of left field. Like, you went through all the trouble to design a room, paint it the fuck, but you couldn't paint it with a color that matched your furniture?
No.
Which is probably predetermined. But
I one of the things that took me a while to notice, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paintings on the wall, and I didn't really notice for a while.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Why bother with paintings on the wall when you have literally a mosaic, a wonder of modern art for an entire room, walls, ceiling, everything. I'm surprised the carpet's not gaudy as fuck.
You know what's in the end the most disappointing? Well, okay, there's two peak disappointing things about this room. One, this is a legitimate fireplace, functioning fireplace with a full-on flue and everything, okay? Full-on chimney and everything.
Yes.
And this individual has chosen to block it off and not use it as a fireplace. Okay, that
Sickening.
On the face of it is tragic.
Disrespectful.
It is. Like, oh, we don't need that. Oh, okay. And then number two, if you look at the interesting ceilings, because there's some strange things going on, it's an odd space at this. It's a very vertical property where there's multiple floors. None of the rooms are particularly large, but they're all part of one real estate property. And that was the challenge here, is what we're going to do is, because we have small spaces that are just one floor after another that are all part of one real estate purchase. And we're going to get a different designer to design each room that's basically on a different floor. And these are the results. And this is one of the floor levels designed by Young Ha. And this is the top floor. Look at this really interesting roof or ceiling because of the real estate space, right? It's got these different levels and it's kind of got this attic angle thing working. I don't know. I think you could have done something really interesting with that. And this isn't really interesting. This is just random thing and random thing and random thing. And oh my God, it's so artsy and you owe me $100,000. But
focal point? What's a focal point, isn't it? Who needs a focus point?
Peak comment. I mean.
True. Also, can we just not appreciate that chandelier there and what it doesn't do for the room?
Like, I get a sense that they're trying to go for a strong organic thing. That's what I'm trying, man. I'm trying, because the chandelier is antler-like. There's leaves everywhere. The thing they've blocked off the fireplace with is a sort of like brass branch thing. So I'm getting a sense you're trying. Lots of greens, lots of organic greens, I guess. Like, I'm trying to make.
But then the pinks just kind of draw this out. This is a hodgepodge of ideas that were just halfway abandoned.
Well, see, this is what bothers me, because
also
you got greens and you got browns, and so you got all this organic earth stuff working. What's the pink doing there? What's the beige-esque carpet doing there? These are not earth things. What?
Speaking of carpets, what's up with that oriental rug just kind of sitting there out of place in the middle? Can we not appreciate?
Well, let's just realize that everything in this Young Ha, make your bathroom multifunctional. Yes, this screams functionality to me. There is a sink under there somewhere.
It's hiding beneath the oodles of shit.
I picture Scribe, who strikes me as a man of taste, looking at this going, what is happening? I don't have any comments. This is just
like, never mind the gaudy as fuck wallpaper in contrast to the actual mirror itself. That plant that sat there is just in the way.
Well, it's this they said at a farmhouse sink from Kohler. I don't know if any of you guys have ever worked in a kitchen, like in a restaurant or a hotel or whatever. It's got one of those spray heads with the flexi nozzle on it. I don't know why you would want one of those in a bathroom, but fuck it, here it is. But you can't even get at it anyway because there's a big fucking plant in the way.
You just gotta deal with it. Grin and bear it. It's fine. Not a big deal.
There's just every room. Like, this is a multi-million-dollar property.
Okay, this one is less horrid.
Yeah, less. Still not good, but less.
Like, okay, in this case, I think less is more. Like, we have a good color scheme going on. At least we have a color scheme going on, and it makes sense. I like the gold, and I like the blue, and I like the white accents paired with the gold. But after that, like, it looks there's too much. It's too busy. Like, how many candlesticks?
Why the red out of nowhere? It doesn't fit. In my opinion.
But also, why so many candlesticks?
Well, you see, Weebo, with the giant damn near floor to ceiling windows, they're lacking light in this room. So they
Dave Doge hates it because it's hideous. Well, okay, this one also has a color theme. I'm not saying it's good, but at least there was an attempt.
See, that's what I like. When I'm on the outside of my bed, everything's beige. But when I lay down inside of it, it's all banana yellow.
Banana yellow is the color that I think of when I close my eyes at night to try and fall asleep.
And what is with the hatred of fireplaces? When the photographer took this picture, they went out of the way to make sure that the canopy drapery is covering up they just really hate fireplaces.
I like myself a nice four-poster bed like the next chick down the road, but like, This isn't it. This ain't it, Chief.
This ain't it. This whole building is this ain't it, Chief. Now this is very bright, but it's not
I hate
bad.
it.
It's
I hate
well, less is
too
more.
bright.
Weebo, we've got something. I mean,
I'll take it, but I don't like it because it's too bright. There's too much whiteness. I'm a dark trim kind of gal. I know people don't like dark trim or dark hardwood, but like that's my default setting.
thank you, Evolved Potato, for the donation. He says this room looks like it was done by a dozen colorblind children, all with different ideas and no supervision. Yes, yeah. This whole building. Oh,
The
lovely.
greatest trick the devil ever played was convincing the world that this was style.
I've always wanted a purple standalone tub in a hallway.
I think I know what happened with this room.
Okay.
All right, Polly, let me explain.
All
you
right.
see, the centerpiece of this, the focal point, if you will, of this entire room is the purple tub. And they had a whole bunch of green paint lying around, but they also had this purple tub, you see, because they got it at like an estate auction or something. And he saw it and he's just like, I gotta have it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I gotta have it. So they had a purple tub lying around, oodles and oodles of that specific green paint. And so they're like, you know what? Fuck it, let's put these two together.
Like you've got like what I'm assuming is a panther fighting a zebra. I mean, what the fuck?
An attempt was made. I actually prefer this one to the white room, despite the purple tub. Maybe if the tub was like a nice jade color.
Oh, how lovely! See, what I like is I was talking to Discord with a few people last night. This moment right here is when you realize this entire building is one giant shit post. Nobody put that dinosaur up and was like, yes, this is the no. Somebody went, let's see if this doesn't give it away.
They'll take us seriously now.
Look at him. Look at his little cartoon face.
Thanks, I hate it. Take it back. Next.
Hey, geometric stones to sit on. How lovely.
I actually don't hate this room.
Just
I hate the yellow accents, but
I
can easily change out throw pillows.
What I think when I look at this is that, okay, you've got this really tall ceiling, huge, wide open space. So you don't want to like clutter it, fill it with stuff, because you want to just like accentuate the fact of just what a big open space it is. I don't know. And this is what you did with it. I mean, look at these gorgeous, huge open windows. And they got like what is that? A bay window? Is that what they call that? Where kind of
I turn this into a library, honestly.
Yeah, man. Like this could, I don't know. A space that huge with ceilings that high could have just been fantastic.
It's a library.
Oh, that's a tub sitting on top of a marble slab.
That doesn't say bougie as fuck. I don't know what does.
And you got a quasi Buddha thing working over here, and
this looks like someone's idea of a really weird Sims remodel.
like the video game. This is what happened in somebody's nightmare bathroom.
No, it's like someone decided they got all the expansion packs, and they're like, I want to take all the most expensive pieces and put them in one single house. But the thing is, none of the expensive pieces match each other, so it's just, like I said, a hodgepodge of half-baked ideas.
Switching up your seating. There's seating in here?
What is this?
It looks like somebody's Zen garden.
Oh, yeah. That it's got a fire pit too. Is that supposed to be the little fiery thingy in the back there? That's not a fire pit.
What,
sorry.
Is this a flame you're seeing? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. Maybe
that's the fire pit. If that's the fire pit, that's a disappointment. The most disappointing of fire pits.
Oh God, they got Topher Delaney to do it. Wow.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
No, neither do I. I'm just making fun of all these people. Oh, the dog room. I forgot it. Look at this, Weebo. It's the dog room.
So, fun fact, Polly. Dogs are colorblind.
Well, that's a
So
good
what
thing
the
for
fuck
this
is
room.
all of this color doing in here? It's not necessary.
When I was looking at it, I'm like, you know what this room needs? More dogs. Because they got like a little porcelain dog sitting on the chair, another one painted on the wall. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dog paintings on the wall. And yes, if you look carefully, that book sitting on the doggy bed is actually called Dogs.
Okay, I don't hate any of the dog aspects. I hate everything else about the room. Like, if we could just get rid of everything else, keep the dogs, start over.
I love it. And the first thing that I saw when I brought up this picture was this. I'm like, is that the Punisher logo? You see, there's these things called scissors. Now, if your drapes are too long, you can hem them in such a way that they needn't.
No, Polly, that's asking too much of our designers. All right, you expect them to design an entire room that doesn't match in any capacity, and hem their drapes? I think the fuck not, sir.
Now, do I have no, that's not it. No, that's not it. Oh, look.
What the fuck is that?
That is one of
the garden gremlin.
This is
It's one of the harpies from Greek mythology.
This is a shoe build stork that is a real living creature.
Like that's legit an actual thing that exists.
Yes.
With like a heart and lungs.
Yes, that's a real thing.
And
it absolutely is a Muppet. It's as you can see, this is a Muppet. This is also a Muppet.
What? Wait. That's also a Muppet? That's a puppet? Yeah. That's not an actual bird?
No, that's an actual bird. But tell me it doesn't strongly resemble a fucking Muppet.
I'm actually more terrified of that bird than I am of that Muppet.
Because if we look over here, tell me this doesn't look like a person in a fucking really bad Halloween costume. That's a real living creature.
It looks like one of the harpies from Greek mythology. Which, all right. If you ever look up harpies, they're basically this. Winged bitches.
I was trying to find my way back to there was the ugliest room ever designed, and I don't know what I did with it. That's how I came across the birds. Oh well.
Yay.
Oh, maybe I've got it open in another browser. I don't know. I was hopping around, and the most amazing things you can find when you're image searching for stuff, if you just change your search terms slightly or shift the region search. Like if you have search terms, keep the search term the same and switch to South American servers through DuckDuckGo or Google or whatever, and then switch to Europe and then switch to whatever with the same exact search terms, and you'll get wildly different results. It's hilarious. That's how I was finding a lot of these crazy hotel rooms.
I like judging people's style with you, Polly. It's quite an exercise in opinions.
Maybe this is the
Zombie Teddy says Polly's search history must be the most interesting thing ever. And you know what? I have to concur with the audience in that. Polly, your search history must be wild. A thing to behold. A spectacle of the ages.
God damn it.
Yeah?
There was a room that we found that was like, oh, I saved a fucking, that's where it is. I saved a copy of it because it was so ugly it needed to be put on my hard drive. Because, hold on, there it is. There it is. We got it.
Okay.
Okay. Behold.
Where to start? First off, I hate that color yellow.
You
Second
don't
off-
like the banana yellow sitting room in an expensive Upper East Side Manhattan hotel?
No, I don't, Polly. And here's why. All right. I hate the color yellow on a good day. All right. But this is just the most atrocious, most offensive thing that you could have ever done to like display to mine eyes. I don't know how I'm ever gonna like forgive you for this. Second off, why do we have 3 different styles of furniture here? Okay.
Yep.
We have a low riding couch right here with very low back rise. We have these wooden chairs with like basically what are armrests. These are, I don't know what style they're in, but then we also have high back yellow leather chairs, which is just a sin, if you ask me. That is a waste of leather. All right, an animal died for those leatherback chairs, and you turned it into the freaking Big Bird of chairs.
Don't forget the yellow carpet. The yellow carpet.
Not only
shag
is it,
carpeting,
yes,
ladies
I was
and
just gonna
gentlemen.
say, not only is it yellow, but it is a shag yellow carpet. And I'm okay with a shag carpet, but not a shag yellow carpet, okay? Do you want to pretend like you're walking all over shredded cheese? Because that's what this is. Shame on the designer. Who the fuck did this? Who's responsible for this atrocity upon mine eyes?
On those bookshelves. Like where do you
I'm less offended
there's so
by
much
bookshelves, but also
there's
how
so
did you
much to
organize
complain about.
anything on that?
And like there's so much yellow, and then you get like the strikingness of the fire alarm and the fire bell, or not bell, the flashing strobe light thing. Like it's just like 2 splashes of searing red.
Okay. Marcin Johnson says this is actually ingenious, and you know what? I will agree that it is ingenious if the goal is to drive away visitors.
Yeah, if you want to keep your sitting room empty, like the goal is to have it as an empty space. So you do it in such a way that nobody ever wants to go sit in there. This is the anti-loitering fashion designer, you know. His goal is to drive
bright. Oh God. Oh no. But okay, so Assassins of the Grey, I think it was, brings up an excellent point. The 70s were a mistake, and you know what? You know what, Polly?
No, they weren't. The 70s, I know what you mean, but no, I can't go along with it because it's
now that it's been brought up, I feel like we should approach this topic of stylistic interior design since it's been brought up. We can't not talk about gaudy interior design and not discuss the 70s. So we're going to do that. Look at that carpet there, Polly. And that wood paneling. Oh, yeah. And that couch. Everything about this room.
The Colonel Mustard Suite. I didn't have the chat up because I was trying to I was sharing it on the second screen. I didn't see that till now. That's so funny.
Oh, and look at this chandelier. It is a captain's wheel from a ship chandelier.
Oh, it is too.
Observe the different textures and patterns that we got going on. We have a rock fireplace, whatever the fuck this shag carpet is looking like. We have a floral pattern love seat and then wood paneling for the walls. It's just a disaster. A disaster happened here. There is no other way to describe this.
Like it looks like it's trying to go like Santa Fe rustic and failing.
There's so many ideas here, and I don't like all of them together. Like the wood paneling I can get behind. So long as the carpet is one color and the fireplace is maybe like eased up.
I love wood paneling on walls. You know that. You've seen like Noir Bar and everywhere else. Like I'm a big fan. But the problem here is that it looks like what happens in Photoshop when you don't do a good job with the clone tool. Because it's You know what I'm talking about, right? Like
Mhm.
it's clearly the same thing over and over and over, and it just wood don't grow like that, guys. That's
No, you gotta get like 60 different panels.
you can't just buy the same panels 5 times and put them all on the wall. I mean, one, they're going to see the seams, and two, it's going to look like somebody's bad clone tool job. You know?
Yeah. Make the carpet grass green. Yeah, and then it would go with all of the earthy tones. Actually, you know what? I don't think I would hate that idea. I mean, I wouldn't like it, but I wouldn't hate it.
It's kind of small on my screen. Is that all stone in and around the fireplace? The whole wall there? Is that what's happening?
Oh, I tried. I made an attempt. But yes,
Yeah.
that's all stone.
Okay. I'm not opposed to the large cement encased stone faced fireplaces. I'm okay with that. It's everything else that's ruined it, you know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. How about this one?
Oh Jesus.
Do you feel accosted by all of this?
Oh, it's so bad orange.
Yeah, that's not the ideal color of orange. At least the chairs and the carpet oranges kind of match, at least from what I can tell. There was an attempt made to match the primary color here, which is orange. But take a look at this seat.
It is a Star Trek chair.
It's-
Good eye, Daniel Fullman. That is
I think my grandpa had that desk actually. Oh gosh, you know what? In like 20 years, no, 30 years, 40 years, there's gonna be some smartasses on the internet that are making fun of our stylistic choices too, and we're gonna get our just desserts. And you know what? I'm looking forward to their criticisms of what my style was like, because
you know what? See, I've made this point before, and I'll say it again. There is a time that you can look forward to people's future designs, like this is what things are going to look like in the future, and we can look back at the 70s and the 80s and laugh at their stylistic choices. Everything that we're laughing at is something extreme, where somebody who thought they were being, quote, fashion forward and on the bleeding edge of some kind of stylistic choice, and that's what becomes laughable. It should have been possible, or no, hold on. It is possible to look at yourself currently and see the choices you're making and seeing that you're doing something that's fringe and bleeding edge. You're trying to be fashion forward edgy. It's like, no. What I am doing is creating fodder for future laughter. You should be able to look at your knob-toed shoes where, like men's fashion, where your shoes go a good 2 or 3 inches past the end of your toes and end in a square. You know the kind of shoes I'm talking about?
yeah.
People are going to laugh at you. In the same way, in the late 70s and early 80s, they're laughing at men's high-heeled shoes. If you go back and watch films from that time, men are walking around with 2 and 3 inch heels on, and you look like morons. Bell bottoms. You should have realized while you were doing it how fucking ridiculous you looked. So it's like, people are going to be looking at, well, no, just pick a timeless style. Pick a down low style. Go muted with flares of fashion, as opposed to your entire self covered in some kind of ridiculous garb just to get noticed. Be it a room that's mauve and white. I
found it.
It's Billie Eilish's bedroom. I
was gonna say I found the grass shag carpet, but also yes, this is Billie Eilish's natural habitat. Like what can we say about this other than there's too much uniformity here?
Is that table end stand? Is that mirrored or is that its color?
This thing? That's a mirror.
Yeah.
That is a mirror.
When you have that much green in the room, you want mirrors to reflect
You want to
the
reflect the green. I don't like that the accent color is the white. I'd prefer if the green were the accent color, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, Far's in chat. Hello, Far. She's like, oh God, more awful rooms. Yeah, we were going over the great yellow room that has been christened Colonel Mustard's room.
That's one cheap ass golf course, says Dave Doak. Shouldn't be hard to get a birdie in this course. I wouldn't think. All right, let's find some more gaudy ass interiors. All right, what about this one? This kind of looks like a
Well,
room
this
that
could
you would
work.
find in a strip club, though.
Yes, this is the VIP room where you get lap dances. It's
I
true.
knew it.
Yeah, this is.
This is the sex room.
It's the mirrors that make it that way. I mean,
No, I know.
If you had that same couch situation happening and there was like a TV at the other end of the room, it would just look like your media room that you wanted to be really, really comfortable for chilling out. I dream of Jeannie.
Why?
Yeah,
You need a giant face. Is that even like is that a piece of furniture you can sit on, or is that just a sculpture?
With the shadow on the wall, it looks like it's looking at us. Like its irises are staring out of the like it's looking at the corner of its eye at us.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely. Oh, here's the green room from a different angle.
Oh, excellent.
Because that's what this stream needed. More angles of this particular Billie Eilish natural habitat. Okay, so here's another question. All right, ignore all of the gaudy green color. Side
Gokado's
tangent.
in chat. Oh, really quick. Gokado's chat. Gokado. He's like, it's to scare a small child. You know what's interesting about that face? Imagine you walked in this room and you were a small child. Like it would be bigger than you. So you're just walking along and then you turn around and there's this giant fucking face. Like it's.
Yeah.
I don't like that room, Mom. I want to go in there.
I don't want to touch it. Can we just appreciate that the trim of the door has been colored green too? Like, attention to detail much. But side tangent. Oh, it was freshly vacuumed too. How nice.
Yes, I can't see those lines in the green shag carpeting. It's true.
What are your thoughts on staircases?
In libraries, they're excellent. Like, because
but like anywhere else.
Lucky Pop-Tart was one of the people that was looking at the ugly rooms with us, and she made this good point. It depends on how tight they are. If you've ever walked up an extremely tight spiral staircase.
Hi, welcome to my childhood.
Yeah, you feel like they want you to be a snake slinking up a pole.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little tight. You feel like you're trying to wind your way around it, and they're not good. Generally, I'm okay with them. I like them. Great use of space, except when they're too tight, and then just shit gets weird.
Because the cabin in the woods, that has a spiral staircase, and it's one of the tinier ones. But it's not so high that like you would die if you fell down from there, from the top of the stairs. But like, imagine having to lug luggage all the way up those stairs and all the way down them. So we created a system where we just, threw them up to the person at the top and then had the person throw them down to the person at the bottom. So there's a way to handle spiral staircases.
Yeah, that's me. You just need a hole in the ceiling floor to just drop shit through, or of course a dumbwaiter.
Oh, and naturally, yes, because we all have the luxury of purchasing dumbwaiters. Can we just?
Oh, excellent!
Stripes.
Peak 70s. Look at that.
Why? Why was this ever a thing? I don't like it. It reminds me of my high school,
Oh, yeah, that's if you're the middle school I went to was clearly designed and painted in the 70s, and it had that kind of situation at it. Yeah.
I don't like it. And then this pillow does not match the rest of the decor. These red pillows also do not match. This orange barely matches this orange. Let's see what else we got here.
Yeah, speed. That's right. The stripes make the walls go faster.
All right. Have you met every single color of orange in the entire existence of the color wheel? Probably. Let's see. We have sun orange, sun-kissed orange. We have blood orange. We have red orange. We have dreamsicle orange. And we have flower orange. Oh, not to mention, we also have this like really red orange again. Did I mention we have orange? Oh, there's also brassy orange too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I hate it. I hate everything about it. Make it stop. And then these chairs. Look at these chairs.
Those are.
Do those look comfortable to you?
I'm trying to get my head around what's happening here. Hold on. No, well, they don't. No, those are really odd chairs.
They don't look comfortable at all. Apparently, 70s architecture was not intended to be a comforting experience.
Well, have you noticed that a lot of these design spaces are just that, a design space? They're not livable, if you know what I mean. It doesn't look like they ever intended anyone to actually be in it.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Welcome to this room. You know how they have those little architectural like quirks in cities, like on benches where they have little humps in the middle of the benches that prevent homeless people from laying down?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like what this room design makes me think of. This is a room that is a waiting room, but it's intended to prevent people from getting comfortable and staying there for very long. This is the antisocial room. I don't like anything about this room. Except maybe the flooring. I'll make an exception for the floors. All right, what else? And what is it with 70s and furniture and really, really low seats, couches? And like, did people not have knees back then?
Excuse me.
I am confused. Ooh, this is very 70s.
Excuse me.
It's the stripe motif, but in a circle. Mid-century modern. Love it. Love it.
Is that what they call it? Mid-century modern?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But this color scheme makes me want to go blind. Both of them.
Thank you very much, Evolved Data, for the donation. I would love to invite you to a stream tomorrow if you're available. Any stream with an otter is better than cheddar. But, well, cheddar's pretty awesome. I'm just saying. But if you can't, no worries, man. You're still my bro. Speaking of which, check out Polly's new screw tape stuff. Also, Noir Bar and comic book curation, y'all. Yes, all of the things. All of the things. Yeah, and I did put up a new screw tape. Chapter 8 of the screw tape letters is up on my channel now. Weebo, it's part of my ongoing effort to piss off as many subs as I possibly can.
Do it.
Because the more live reads I put up, the less views they get. Like in a progressive way. There's like, it's my way of appealing to a very small demographic of my subscriber base, because I've noticed this whenever I'll post a new chapter read of either American Psycho, because I'm a huge fan of Bret Easton Ellis, or Screw Tape Letters, because I'm a big fan of that book and C.S. Lewis in general. It'll be like chapter 8, and the next most viewed video, excuse me, on my channel for like the next few days will be chapter 1. That like new people will listen to chapter 8 and they'll go, oh shit, I just want to start over again at the beginning. And they've clearly like gone chapter 1, 2, 3 like after that. And that's nice. But that's like 2% of everyone. I always lose subs every time I post a live read of anything. I don't know why I keep doing it. It's like counterproductive to channel growth.
Actually, I think you'll find that the recurring views on older videos is not as counterproductive to channel growth as you find it. It's actually
hold on. Give me. I actually want to talk about that, but I did not send that message. No, I refreshed the screen and you did not. You sent the last message, but it had your name tag. That was from the next 6 minutes. I apologize, 6. That message and donation are from the next 6 minutes. But all of the statements are still very true, except for that whole thing about being better than cheddar. I'm not certain about that.
Speaking of the next 6 minutes, I also have a super chat from the next 6 minutes. Weebo has a fashion for flair, such as the way of the Weebo. Sorry to hear your project hit a paywall. Any roadblocks in the way of Weebo Jones' videos is finger wagging worthy. Much wagging. Anyhow, sub to this girl and buy a coffee mug with epic Penche? Penche. P-A-N. Panache.
Gosh, Penche, Weebo, you're adorably ignorant. You're- It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna move on.
And embarrassed.
What's on the ganache with ganache? It's fine.
That was a little bit embarrassing there,
It
Paul.
happens. Your lot.
Penche.
It's fine. It's 6 is just Penche.
And now I will never live that down. No one will ever let me.
It's fine as long as there isn't anyone British here. Or European in general. It's fine. You ever been corrected? You ever been corrected by a Brit when you say something wrong? Man, they really love coming down on you. That's not how you say that. Yeah,
because they think they're better than us, Polly.
They do. Yes, they really do.
I've met the French. I know things.
I've met the French.
Don't tell Sam I said that. Except he's probably going to agree with me. He's also met Parisians. Anna-Kasperian syndrome. Is that me? I don't have Anna-Kasperian syndrome.
Is Anna Kasparian known for mispronunciating things?
Mispronunciating?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
See what I did there? The irony of it?
Yeah, I realized it. That's why I repeated what you said, because I wanted to make sure I got it correct, because it's a cold day in hell.
It's a cold day in hell and you'll slip an irony by me, man.
I'm better than you, is what she said. Oh, yes. And you just said it. I am better than the French. Having said that, I am part French, I think. I don't know. I haven't actually done one of those Ancestry.com things. And as I've said, I refuse to do them on account of I want those bitches to clone me someday. You think I'm crazy? Nah. It's practical. This is how it starts, Polly. It's all part of the big conspiracy. Panache. Panache. Pinche.
I just said that you went all crazy robo there for me, and I eventually heard everything you said. And then I got the Windows I'm thinking about it situation where the swirly. And I'm like, what is this? So that's my computer. What is running that is demanding so much of my CPU usage that everything all fucked up like that?
Me.
And nothing. I just brought up Windows Task Manager and nothing. My CPU's running real low. Nothing's demanding. I don't get what the fuck just happened.
Was the last time you restarted?
It was a while ago.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was 3 days ago or more, and
Yep.
Marson Johnson says Chrome. Chrome loves memory. You know what? I fucking hate Chrome. Yeah. The only time I use it is for the Stremens when I'm on a stream.
I use Chrome for the convenience of it.
What is convenient about it?
I can log in and it has all of my tabs and links and passwords and usernames and et cetera, et cetera. Because I have
Firefox
a lot of things
memory, says Marson. It's very true. That's why I liked using WaterFox. It was a fork of Firefox. It's Firefox, but lean and mean, stripped down to be as clean as possible. But then Mozilla cut off all forks of Firefox from using Mozilla add-ons and extensions, and that was it for WaterFox for me. It was like, Jesus Christ,
stupid.
Yeah, can't run ad block and you can't run you block origin. You can't run no script. Like, what the fuck? It's like walking outside naked. It's
a big sad.
Yeah, screw you, Mozilla is exactly right. Especially because Mozilla, the CEO of Mozilla, at the very least, lined up with the other censorious pricks in Tech Valley. We need to conquer hate by not just defending against it once it happens, but actively seeking out the problematic people online through algorithm search. Jesus Christ, they're going to have, hate speech AIs running around looking for people saying problematic things.
Thank you to Alpha and Omega for the donation over on the Streamlabs. Glad to donate to someone who has so much penche.
Oh, look at that. Thank you, Alpha Omega, for the $10. Very generous. I appreciate it. Something for the new potato fund. Smiley face. Oh yeah. It's there's works in the working in the backgrounds on the thing.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'll never be up to Weebo status. You've become my new target to say, like, I usually talk about hammers and like the 1-ton hammer. It's my buddy online. If you guys don't know Hammer, he's awesome. Mm-hmm. I'm always talking about his NASA computer because he pays for like peak internet access, and
yeah,
he's a performance hound. That man. There's a new CPU out that gives 2.5% greater performance. Well, I need to buy it now. Like but Weebo with her new setup, it's like, oh, look at my monitors that are attached with this wonderful armature framework, so they can just, I'm a little jelly. I'm not going to deny it, a little bit jelly. It's fine.
I really like the arms. The only downside is that I need to figure out how to tighten them up better, because every once in a while they'll get tired and they'll just fall. I kid you not, it happened right before the stream.
Is that what you were looking for the hex key for?
Yeah, I was looking for the Allen wrench to tighten them up, because I can tighten up part of it, but the part that I really want to tighten up, I don't know how to get to it to tighten it up. If that makes any sense. Unfortunately.
You can't get to the the pivot juncture that's actually giving you difficulty?
So the part that pivots, I can get to, but the part that raises and lowers the arms, I can't actually get to, at least not in such a way that I can tighten it. That I've looked. I haven't really looked that hard, though, so I have to give it a once over to find out if I'm just missing that part of whatever it is that I can tighten up with the Allen wrench, or if it just doesn't exist. Either way, I'm going to have to figure out a way to get the arms to not fall down in the middle of whatever I'm doing.
Speaking of Allen wrenches, I've got this T-handled hex key set. Do you know what I mean? Can you picture what I mean by that? No?
You said what? A T-handled
hex key set or Allen wrench set, T-handled. You'll see it. It's got like a little set of it comes in a little stand, and it's got it's like a long handle to be able to reach down into areas to get to a fastener that might be beneath a couple of other. Do you see what I'm saying?
I think so. I think this is what you're talking about. Right?
Yep. It'd be a set just like that. And you see the one on the far left, how it's got its own stand. So I've got one of those, right? Because they're really important when it comes to, lots of things, but particularly sitting on my bench where I do all my handgun and rifle assembly and disassembly for cleaning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of fasteners for modern firearms that use those sets, and for auto mechanical work and different. Anyway, I was watching an episode of Star Trek Enterprise, and down in engineering with Commander Tucker, and I swear to you, exact same set of T-handled Allen wrenches was sitting in the background. And I'm like, I like the idea that fasteners haven't changed that much in 200 years, that he could still be using the same tool set that I have, because, they haven't moved on to like magnetic gravitational attachment pinpoints or something, like some kind of super fancy Trek tech. It's just no. It's still held in with screws, man.
Yeah, the problem with screws, though, anything that it requires torque in order to hold tight. Anything that, or to fasten, I guess. Yeah. Anything that requires you to actually rotate it around a pivot point essentially in order to tighten it. It has the tendency, especially after it's been moving for a while, to loosen up. Especially if it's something that has a lot of other mechanical components that cause vibrations, it has a tendency to loosen up. Even if you're like tightening it to the nth degree, it can and eventually it will loosen because of the vibrations from the other components. And that's unfortunate. But yeah, you would think in 200 years we would have solved that problem.
Yeah, well, it's because they haven't invented the self-stealing stem bolts yet. Wow. That is some deep nerd lore. Well done. That's a DS9 reference there, Weebo, the self-stealing stem bolts.
Yeah, that's above me.
Well, I'm just saying you won't find a finer stem bolt in the quadrant. It's just
fair. You could use thread lock liquid, and Officer Gex goes, it's rivets. Okay, yes. I don't know the exact.
See, and for the second time, Gilcotto said check Streamlabs, and I'm like, I'm looking right at it. And since it's the second time he said it, I decided to hit refresh. And before Alpha Omega, apparently Gilcotto did donate. What is going on with Streamlabs tonight? It's mixing and matching who's sending fucking. It's mislabeling who sent what, and it's just denying other people's. Thank you very much, Gilcotto, for the $10. And he says to add a touch of penche to a dessert by adding to a rich dark chocolate ganache with chili highlights. Well, actually, it would be penche to a dessert by adding a rich dark chocolate ganchi with chili highlights.
I hate you guys. I hate everything. I want it to stop. Oh, Officer Gex was just saying that rivets are superior. Well, there you go.
What was that?
Rivets are superior.
Yes, but then you'll lose the ability to remove them quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up what a rivet is.
Oh, you don't know what a rivet is?
I know, but
more of a permanent attachment. It's still not permanent, but it's got a permanency compared to a bolt.
Yeah. Okay, I know what a rivet is. I just didn't know that was what a rivet was. You know, like you've seen a thing before, but you don't know the actual word for it.
Yeah.
I'm dumb. Jeans have rivets, apparently.
They do. That little thing that's on your penny holder on your Levi's jeans. Mm. Don't buy Levi's. They're anti-Second Amendment. Figure that out. That became a big bit of. I know, right? It's like, what the fuck? It became a thing, and then like the Second Amendment like community, like on YouTube and social media and stuff, where they're like, buy Wranglers, don't buy Levi's. I was like, wait, what? Why? And looked it up. Yes, Levi's took a stance against so-called assault weapons, that they want common sense gun control. Why is a denim company taking a stance on firearms? It makes no sense. What are you doing, corporations? Why?
This is actually massively inconvenient for me because, finding jeans as a woman is exceedingly difficult. Finding jeans that fit correctly is exceedingly difficult. So if I'm going to have to switch brands from Levi's to Wranglers, I'm going to be sad.
Yeah, I own Levi's, and it's like I'm not gonna throw them out because I've already bought them. I don't understand that. It's like, don't buy new ones is what you want. You want to hit to their stock price. Destroying property you already own doesn't hurt the company. I guess some people have argued, well, no, it does hurt the company because if you go out on social media and like throw out your Levi's and everyone else does, it's bad PR for the company. Okay, yeah, I guess, but unless it impacts their stock price or their sales, it really won't make a fucking difference to them. I just don't understand why large corporations that ain't got nothing to do with nothing are taking stances on policies. Looking at you, Ben and Jerry's ice cream. You sell solid cream and sugar. Why are you making calls on every little issue? Why do you have a Black Lives Matter ice cream? You make no sense.
Wranglers are so much more expensive than Levi's.
Are they really?
Yeah. Levi's are like $20 a pop for women. Wranglers range anywhere from like 30 to I'm looking at $75 pairs of jeans here. Ugh.
Hey, what up, Pat?
That's so expensive. I physically, okay. Unless those jeans and the crotch upon them are outfitted with like industrial strength, friction resistant fabric. I cannot justify spending more than $20 on a pair of jeans at a time because of the simple fact that women thighs, specifically my women thighs, tend to do this quite frequently.
Oh, yeah?
And as a
Get the
result,
friction.
the friction reduces the fabric between the actual thigh gap area. And as a result, you end up with holes after about 6 months is the max for me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So, like I said, I can't justify spending $70 on a pair of jeans. $20 and above is pushing it because they're not going to last very long. Like,
You know what was very telling?
your clothing
What
is an
just
investment,
happened as a
people.
side note.
Huh.
Denim is an investment. Midnight in Exile, excuse me, said, this is, I'm quoting now, quote, Ben and Jerry's are utopian globalist hippies. And that was put in temporary status until I okayed it as a mod. Why? There's no cuss words in there, no racial epithets, no nothing. All I wrote was utopian globalist hippies, and that was enough for YouTube to censor them.
Which of the words in there is a buzzword that YouTube is watching?
Right? Like it raises the question. Was it that you're talking shit about Ben and Jerry's? Was it that you said globalist in a not nice way? Yeah, Officer Dex. It was the word globalist. I want to avoid the censor bar. Yeah.
I wonder if I bought Wrangler ripped jeans, would they be more expensive or less expensive than the regular old Wrangler jeans? Because you're paying for less fabric, right? So that would mean that it would be cheaper. That, as if the logic tracks, it would be cheaper, right?
Seemingly.
Okay, let's find Wrangler ripped jeans. Mid-rise flare leg jeans. Denim. Let's go 1W32 large for whatever reason. I don't know.
I remember the last time I went shopping for jeans, and it was
$45.
like I'm trying on some different Levi's, and it's all of their numbers, right? Like 535, 525, 501s, all the, and they're different cuts. They're boot cut, straight cut, skinny cut. I'm like, but all of these are cut skinny. And so, yes, I'm coming back to the original point. What is it with men's fashion where everything needs to be tight as hell? I mean, not all of us have Pat's physique where we're trying to whoa, look at me, I just.
I found women's jeans with back pockets on the front. I don't like this. Speaking of fashion, this is a horrible, horrible decision. Here,
like I want comfortable jeans that are going to be fit and like relaxed fit, like Alpha Omega has said. But that's what I ended up trying to the relaxed fit. I'm like, but even these are cut tighter than the last time I tried them on, which was only like 2 years prior. Because I don't buy a lot of jeans. I'm a,
look at these ugly ass things.
I'm a khakis guy.
Am I supposed to believe that this was intentional? Apparently, or
wow.
not intentional.
Those are like a cross between mom jeans and 70s tight pants with the flare. I'm not sure what's going on there, actually.
Like, what the fuck is the point of this?
It farces. It looks like a production error.
It does look like a production error. It looks like there was a mistake. And they're just like, you know what? We're just going to slap a price tag on that and sell it to you bitches, and they won't know the difference.
How much were they?
Oh, okay, so let's see. For like anywhere between $95 and $139.
Oh, that's fine. Makes perfect sense.
No. Oh, it doesn't. What the fuck? I'm so disappointed in fashion these days. Can we return to some simpler times, please?
There was You know, when people talk about like the end of ages, you know what I mean, in terms of fashion style, I think there's something to be said for that, because you look at like the 60s, which were really like 1955 to 1965. When people talk about the 60s, that's what they mean. Because most of the time when people talk about the 60s, they're really talking about the 70s. And when they're talking about the 70s, they're really talking about like the late 70s to the early 80s. Like a lot of those, 70s styles that you're just looking at, and the 70s dinner party things that Far looks at online and so forth. And when I talk about 70s movies, they stretch right into the 80s, because it's not like everyone suddenly changes their opinions and tastes and styles on, December 31st, 1979, right? You know what I'm saying?
I think
Right,
so.
Weebo? You get what I'm saying. You're following
Yes.
me, right? Okay. You look a little
Vaguely.
confused. But there definitely is something that you can call 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Absolutely. You can look at it and see it. And then people say early 2000s, but notice people stop talking about it past that point. You can't really designate anything past early 2000s. And people are like, oh, it's
Because
because we're
a
not.
hodgepodge of just horrible ideas.
Yeah.
And it returns to previous eras.
Exactly. And people make the argument, no, it's because we're not far enough away from it. Bullshit. I don't buy it. There's stuff that looks very 90s, looks very 80s, looks very early 2000s. And past that point, it just becomes a hodgepodge of insanity and references to earlier styles. I agree.
I know what style I would like to return to. All right. Here is the style that I'm down with going back to. Women's medieval fashion.
Oh.
I'm down. I get behind this. And like actual decent medieval fashion, none of that like plastic polyester shenanigans. Like, let's embroider fabrics by hand. Let's sew by hand. All right, let's return to pre-industrial textile industries. I know this would cripple a large chunk of the economy, but we can do it. I believe in us. It would take away from a whole bunch of shenanigans.
Are you just dying to get into a laced corset?
I have to, actually. I'm not kidding. I have to. They're in the closet over there. I got one for free. It was buy one, get one free. But, like, this is... I would not mind wearing this kind of stuff every day. And then, let's see. Medieval men's wear. Let's see what the...
Speaking of medieval, I'm all down for this, because that gets me closer and closer to the hooded cloak. And one day it'll come back into style, and I'll be the man there.
I absolutely can get behind any of these fashion choices. Look at this.
I can't.
It's
Okay, I like the loose-fitting tunic there, but
Yeah.
one thing I'll never be able to do is the lace flourished cuffs. You know what I'm talking about? I saw a few of those up there.
Oh, you mean
all the way at the top there were a couple. See? The black one
this
in the
one?
middle?
That's not lace flourished so much as it's just flourishy.
Okay, the explosion of loose fabric at the cuffs, I can't do that, man.
It makes no sense.
It's a little frou-frou. It would just be annoying. They're like French cuffs, and people are like, French cuffs are awesome. Fuck you, they are. No, they're not. You get this bounded mass of fabric right around your wrist. It's obtrusive. It just, no.
I'm down with all of these styles. A return to medieval fashion would be perfect.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. Get rid of antibiotics, start some crusades.
No. Not everything about this lifestyle, just the fashion aspects. I'm down.
Damn it.
Who's with me?
I was interested in retaking Constantinople. Oh.
Oh, how about that hat? Would you like to be a mushroom today, Polly? Because you can.
I'm telling you, at this time, I would have been okay with the friar's habit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It looks comfortable as hell. I'm okay with that.
So does this.
Yeah, it does actually.
I don't know. I'm kind of digging this whole look right here. The Viking tunic thing. Casual short sleeve. If I bought El Boyfriendo some of this stuff, do you think he'd wear it?
You tell me.
Huh?
You tell me. You said, do I think he'd wear it? I don't know. Do you think he would?
Yeah, I think he would. Reject society, return to shroom. Yep, return to the mushroom hats.
You know, pea coat and hoodie is the new hooded cloak. There's a reason I have I have 2 pea coats and a crap ton of hoodies. Maybe that's what's going on. I unconsciously just went there. It's very possible. And my pea coats are not like the short ones that stop at the waist. They're the extra long ones. Maybe I just was doing a hooded cloak and not realizing.
All right, that's going to be the name of the stream. Reject modernity, return to mushroom.
I like it.
And there we go.
Oh. That becomes the movement of the 2030s, a transcendentalism return to monk. We're just gonna
Oh, this stream has been a good one. We talked about all of the fashion, interior decorating, design, all of the shenanigans. I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
And what is it usually? One person showed up with one thing. What was it you had? You were talking about Kamala Harris's stepdaughter, thing.
And that's how we got on this topic of everything.
Yes. And everything else just rolled. It was I hope the 39 people watching had as good a time as we did.
Merch ideas. I wasn't even that drunk for this conversation, truthfully.
That drunk.
The glass of wine that you saw me drinking was all that I've had to drink all day.
Well, Zombie Teddy says that Catholic friars don't wear underwear. They have to free ball. I'm okay with this because I remember my ex-girlfriend was really into, well, can you just wear the boxer briefs? I want you to wear the boxer briefs. You've totally got the build to wear boxer briefs. It's fine. Blah, blah, blah. Girls love it. And it's like, no, I'm a boxer man. My boys need room. All right. But well, yeah, that's what she talked about. She said, but it shows off your butt. It was
exactly. but you're missing the point here, Polly. But the point here is
this was her argument. It's like, well, you have to. She goes, well, yeah, but you like it when I wear this, that, and the third, right? Like these different things that show off mine, but you just wear like the most comfortable thing. So like, why can't I just wear like a loose fitting t-shirt as a nightshirt and that's it? Why I gotta wear the thong? And I'm like, well, you don't want to see me in a thong, and See, I mean, Weebo, you like men's butts, right? Do you want to see your man in a thong? You don't, do you?
I mean, once maybe. Just for funsies, but after that, I think it would get super old.
Just for funsies.
Because, like, okay.
Nobody wants to see a man in a Speedo thong. That's just nobody.
Well, I'm a girl that likes to laugh, and I think that would do it. Good. That wouldn't do it for you.
Plain boxers feel like you're wearing shorts under your pants. It depends on the cut of them. This is just it. I had a friend of mine say, I can't wear plain boxers anymore. And he's somebody who wears skinny jeans. He wears like full on skinny pants, right? He goes, the fabric just bunches up. And I'm like, yeah, look, that's your pants. It's not a fault of your underwear. The reason that you have to wear the tighty whities and your little fucking man thongs there is because you're wearing skinny jeans. You wouldn't have to otherwise. Listen, if you're a man and you're worried about showing underwear lines, you've just made a bad decision at some point prior to your underwear choice. You understand what I'm getting at here? I told you the tale of the dick pants.
Yes.
Remember?
The tale of the dick pants. That would be another excellent title for this stream. They're called nut huggers for a reason.
That was a
Polly.
story I'll never forget. Well, a
Gotcha,
moment
that
I'll
was
never forget.
great. Marcin Johansson would love to hear that tale, but we're almost at time.
Please tell. I will retell that story one time on stream. I'll do it. It was.
I'll write it down. The story of what was it that you said? The story of the nut hugging pants.
No,
or
the
dick pants?
tale of the dick pants. The
Okay.
day I bought the expensive fashion designer, the designer dress pants, and it went horribly awry.
And this is why Polly has it out for men's fashion nowadays.
The
He's been
day I
traumatized.
discovered that reverse pleating was a thing, they actually got tighter in the front, and
The legend of the penile trouser.
it was something. It was something. You could see everything. As my girlfriend said at the time, I can tell you're dressed to the left, and it was.
Polly, you gotta save this one.
Okay, I will. It's just.
Oh, okay. So we got what, 4 minutes left until we're at time? No. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. No. Polly, is there anything that you would like to shill for the next week until we meet here back again?
Shill for the next week. Let's see. As I previously mentioned I'm just going to show my channel in general, which is just at YouTube.com/Polydub. I have the vanity personalized URL. That was the last thing that YouTube ever offered me. From now on, it's strictly downhill from that point.
Rough.
Yeah, but over on my channel, there's I have the chapter 8 of the Screw Tape Letters up. I am editing and nearly finished the video that I thought I'd be finished by now, which is actually just a clip from a former noir bar where Weebo Jones on the spot asked me drunkenly to name 12 things that are good about 1942, and drunkenly I nailed all fucking 12, and it only took me a few scant minutes to do so. So I've edited it together and ripped off Weebo's projection screen editing style to show some graphic representation of what I was talking about. It'll be a fun, like 3.5-4 minute video.
It's okay,
That's
my proprietary knowledge of how to do things in such a productive way and production-y way. I'll lend it to you. It's fine.
Well, I told you I was, I was DMing it in the background. And your boy Pat says, it's the Polydub. Well, you know what's funny about that, Pat? A reference to you ends that video clip because... You'll have to go listen to it to find out why. I'm like, so one time your boy Pat was on Noir Bar, right? And the last thing you hear is Weebo laughing her ass off in an echo. That's how the audio ends, is Weebo laughing her ass off in that story about Pat.
It's always how a good time ends. Me laughing my ass off.
Let's see what else. Oh, and so I got that video coming out. There's another noir bar that we've been putting off. We were actually supposed to do it last night, but Weebo wasn't available.
Oh, you were waiting for me? I'm sorry.
No. I just asked if you were available to do it. Far wasn't around at the time. I wanted to do an earlier noir bar at 10 p.m. Eastern, which would have been the earliest one that we had done. But Far wasn't around and you weren't available. Remember, I asked you because Drunka wanted to come on. Mm-hmm. And we're trying to do the UK time and the Eastern time and the Central time and the Australia, and we refused to accept daylight savings time. Yeah. So it was a little rough working out the scheduling, and it was ad hoc on the fly. But we're going to do that one. Okay. It'll be myself and yourself and Far and Drunkle, which should be like a disastrous blast of fun.
Oh, I can't. I'll look forward to it. Yeah,
we should do like a straight up drunken street because we all drink. We should do a drunken noir bar with the four of us there and just have it turn into a dumpster fire, a 1942 dumpster fire.
I'd love that, but you should know that of the few times that I've gotten drunk on streams, things have gone wrong. All right, I think the last time there were dick candles involved, and me face planting my ice cream or my cake, not ice cream.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was a good time.
No, a drinking stream, not a sloppy drunk stream. And then next week, the AAA. Monday we'll be over on Sinatra's channel, and I will be there again. So come and join us, and it will be fun, and mirth will be had by all.
Nice. I had intended to produce a video this weekend, but that fell through due to a paywall shenanigans that I did not foresee, which is totally on me, but it is what it is. Hopefully I can get more content before next weekend to produce and have on the channel. But in the event that doesn't happen, so my channel anniversary is coming up.
Oh shit.
I think it's the day that the channel was actually created that we're celebrating, or it's the day that I first posted a video. Actually, no, it's the day that I created this channel, February 2nd, 2016. So I think we might do something celebratory for it, but I don't know. I haven't a clue.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
No, you should actually do something for that. That would be actually really cool. I've never thought of doing a channel anniversary thing. My channel's so noobed. It's you know when I started my channel, Weebo?
When did you start your channel?
Fall winter 2017.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Like it's I look at other people's channels and they date from like 2014 and 2011 and shit, and it's like, wow, really?
It'd be what, my 5-year anniversary this coming February 2nd? So yeah, we're gonna have to do something. I haven't a clue what it's gonna be, but I'm gonna make a special thumbnail for it, and I'll bust out the OBS stops and whatnot. See what we can do.
But your boy Pat, I wanted to mention, he said starting tomorrow, I'll be starting my Black History Month series. I'm looking forward to that.
Ooh.
This should be good. I want to see what Pat's going to come up with. This should be good.
Have fun.
It's like, you know who you should be learning about for Black History Month, in my opinion? Dr. Charles Drew. Not fucking Beyonce. You know what I'm talking about here? No?
No. Not a clue.
You should be learning about fucking Douglas, not...
Oh, yes.
I don't know. Some sports star. I don't know. I've got a problem with who they pick for Black History Month. It's just like, why is it always people that like contributed in really, I don't know, not actually contribution ways? Like Beyonce didn't contribute. Okay, she's a pop singer. Which is not a bad thing, but why are we talking about her for Black History Month? It doesn't make any sense.
Because she's a big deal, Polly. God damn it.
And I could go off on this whole Kangs thing, this whole We Was Kangs thing.
We don't have the time.
No, it bugs me. It's like, why you got, listen, there were black Christians in the Apostle Paul's day. Why you got to pretend you was Egyptians? I don't understand. There's an actual history there. You don't need to make one up. I don't. It's.
Sorry. No, I know. It's frustrating. It's deeply, deeply frustrating.
There were black Christians before there were Northern European Christians. There's an actual history there. Why do you need to make things all right, I'll stop.
So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining this fine evening. Thank you so much for those who donated, for those who liked, commented, shared, and subscribed, and to those who are just joining us for the first time. We hope you enjoyed this show. It is always this completely random and wacky and just off the beaten path.
Cocktail hour.
It's literally just cocktail hour. Two dumbasses drinking and talking about literally anything that comes to mind. And it works somehow. We'll be back here, same time, same place, same honor, same face, next week, Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, my channel, and we'll see you then.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you so much. I've been Weebo Jones. That has been Polydub. Peace.
Thank you for the donation.